is Sally Colón, and I'm so excited for our show today because it's a very good friend of mine who happens to be an actor, producer, and best known for developing new media. Please help me welcome Kelvin Parker. I'm excited that you're here.
Great. Thank you for inviting me.
I finally got you into my studio.
I know, right? I'm here.
You're here.
Yes.
So Kelvin and I have been friends for how long, Kelvin?
Oh, 20, about 20 years.
Something
about 20 years. Yeah, about 20
and
years.
we'll have to tell you our little story.
I'll give you the whole story. I know that. Details.
Kelvin has lots to talk about today. So I'm going to ask you the same question that I ask all of my guests.
Okay.
Who's Kelvin Parker?
Woo.
Woo.
I'm all over the place right now, but I'm constantly seeking, searching, always curious. And I don't ever want that to stop. I don't ever want to know the answer. I want to keep thriving, keep searching for answers, keep searching for creatives, helping people, being in an environment where I'm always seeking for a mentorship, seeking for coaching, and also giving that away. I want to stay in that circle.
Giving it away.
I want to stay in there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if something's, in my life that's, dwindling out, drying up, I got to move on to something else.
So you never let it dry up.
I'm ready to pivot. I'm ready to go. God, get me, take me, put me wherever it is. I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. I'm there though. You know what I mean? But there's fruit. So I can kind of tell where, hey, I got to shut this off, or but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pivot a lot.
So how long is that span before you're ready to pivot?
That can be, I'd say 3 to 6 months in one thing. So I have a lot of things rolling. So I can always pick up something else, pick up a project, pick up a new venture, entrepreneurship, or something like that. One of my main things I love doing is coaching baseball.
I want to hear about that because that's one part of you that I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know this side of you.
Since I started playing baseball, it was because I picked up this book, Roberto Clemente, and it's supposed to be.
I went to that high school. Stop it right now. Yes.
That's why I started playing baseball.
Wow.
And then at the age of 10, I joined Little League Baseball. My dad moved to Sarasota. The following year, I'm in the Little League World Series. I just picked it right up. It was like a gift.
How old?
I was 12 years old.
12.
And it was in 1986.
Okay.
So that was, something that no one can ever tell you.
Hang on. Number one, you said 86, 1986. That's when I graduated high school at Roberto Clemente.
Oh, really?
So, woo, having a moment. Wow. Okay, keep telling me your story.
Well, so after that, just stayed with baseball, Junior Olympics, gold medal, state champions, nationally ranked, stuff like that. My first year JUCO, I was drafted by Houston Astros, and then decided that the payment wasn't what I wanted.
The payment.
The payment wasn't.
The bag wasn't big enough.
$735 a month. Room and board.
Okay.
Not good for me.
No.
So my work ethic went down, and I wanted to make sure that the next wave of baseball players don't get distracted. You know what I mean? So that kind of.
Let me say this about baseball players, though. They have the best butts. Can I say that on Amazon? I used to date baseball players in college because they had the best.
Oh, wow. Well,
butts.
I know why you go to games.
Okay. All right. So can we shift?
It's funny. Yes.
Okay. So you're also someone who pitches television shows.
Correct.
You're doing a lot of new media right now in Hollywood.
Correct. Yes, I am.
But we have to go back really quickly because you had a national commercial, Mitsubishi.
Yes.
That ran so long. I was sick and tired of seeing this commercial. It ran and ran and ran and ran. And every time I turned on the TV, that darn commercial was running. How much money did you make on that commercial?
Close to half a million.
Stop it right now.
Yeah, it was 2 days work, about 5 hours each day at night, and it was just sitting behind the wheel, like being authentic. And just smiling.
Let me tell you something about the industry. If you could book one national commercial, you're set for at least a year or two. Or like your commercial, because not all commercials are made equal, right?
Right.
Because I've done national commercials too, but I definitely didn't make $500,000 on any of them. So what the heck? Did they keep buying it?
They kept running it. It was kind of like this new thing where they first started putting music with commercials, music in
Right.
cars, and like, hey, this is pretty fun. This is what people do anyway.
Yeah.
They get in cars and turn on music, right?
Right. Do you remember the commercial, Angie?
You know?
The Mitsubishi
So
commercial? See?
yeah, it was the days go by, right?
Did people recognize you from the commercial?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they were like,
For
you're
a
that
while.
guy in the commercial.
But they were saying that when I started going to castings and stuff.
Right.
Like, oh, Mr. Mitsubishi. And I was like, oh, crap.
Oh, why? Because
Right.
you can't do anything. You're locked
It was
into
hard.
no other car commercials.
No other
correct?
car
Right.
commercial, but
Yeah.
it was just like, oh, you're branded kind of a little bit. I was like, all right, forget this.
Right.
All right, you know what I mean?
You're also, a lot of people don't realize this, you're also a dad
Yes, I am a dad.
to 3 daughters.
3 daughters.
Lord, I have 2, and I'm like, mercy me.
Yeah, it's like payback,
You have
but-
3. It's payback. It's payback.
Payback for those days, you know what I mean? But it's wonderful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's been a journey as well.
One that just went off to college.
Yes.
What's that like for you?
They're 2 are off to college, and then one of the twins is coming to Los Angeles to dive into the music arena, and I'm going to put her to work doing demos and stuff like
Okay.
that, get her feet wet. Beautiful voice.
Thank you for that segue. So we're going now to music.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you're also, I'm reading through your bio, and I was like, he does this and this and this. And I was like, who
Right.
are you?
Right.
Like, I don't know. And we've been friends for so long.
Right.
I didn't even know that you produce music.
Yes, yes.
When did that
I
start?
have the producing bug. Probably back then. I think sort of when I was doing the Mitsubishi commercial, I was like, hey, I need new investments. I was looking for the next Britney Spears.
Okay.
I started doing the management, stuff
Right.
like that. And then I started going to the studio. And then I was like, man, I can do that because I knew editing.
Right.
And then it was nothing except for audio, visuals.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got more into it and then started, producing with people.
Yeah, one of the people that you were producing with, or one of the people you worked with in the past, is Billy Woodruff.
Yes.
Who, by the
Yes.
way, if you don't know who that is,
Right.
back in the 80s and 90s and early
Right.
2000s, he
Right.
was the top music video director
all time.
in the world of all
In the
time.
world, in the
I mean,
world,
I
right.
wrote down Tony Braxton,
Right. Right.
the Backstreet Boys,
Right.
Drew Hill.
Right,
Remember
right.
Drew Hill?
And I was
Oh my
in a
God.
lot of his
I think I
videos.
was actually in Drew Hill's first video. I will say,
That's funny.
I did R. Kelly's video.
Wow.
I was like a video girl back in the day. Who else? Tony Rich,
Yep.
Salt and Pepper, Britney Spears,
Yep.
you name it.
Right.
He did their music video.
Yep.
Like, he was big time.
Yep.
So
Yep.
what was it like working with? Did you work with Billy?
I work with Billy a lot. He was one of the directors that saw talent in me as well
Right.
as an actor. So you'll see a lot of videos where I'm doing characters
Right.
in his video, from Oscar De La Hoya to,
Look at you.
from everybody. Tony Braxton,
Right.
I'm
Were you the
half
guy in
naked.
Tony?
I wasn't
Were
half
you the hot
naked.
guy in Tony
I
Braxton's
was in
video?
that video. I was like half
Come on.
naked, oiled up,
Nice.
So he put me in a lot of stuff as well, and it helped me, navigate.
Right.
And it's important that you connect with, directors and people and producers,
Yeah.
like as real people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's like, we all build relationships.
Because
It's
they
great.
are real people.
Exactly.
I think we put them on a pedestal sometimes, and that keeps us timid.
Right.
Where we don't want to approach them because we're like, but that's Oprah, or that's,
Right.
whoever
Right.
it is.
Right.
And then we miss out on an opportunity. So you and I are working on a show together.
Yes.
So you're a pitch guy. What do
Right.
they call people like you? Are you pitch guys?
I consider myself an EP.
An EP,
agent. What,
Yeah, and so I brought a show to you, just so you guys understand how this all works. I had a show that I co-developed with some other people, my good friend Tim Story and others.
Right.
We had a meeting with you
Right.
via Zoom with our whole team, including our talent.
Yep.
And we decided to go with you to pitch this particular show, which is called Randyland.
Right.
Right. I had
Right.
Nina actually last
Right.
week on my show talking
Right.
about some other stuff she's doing.
Okay.
So how many shows are you currently pitching right now to networks?
Total about 14.
14.
But I have 20 on the
Wow.
board.
Okay.
And, there's a total of about 400 networks,
Okay.
Everybody wants to shoot
With
for
the
the top.
streamers and everything. yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to shoot for the top, and then you kind of trickle down.
What's the top nowadays?
Broadcasts?
Which is
We
CBS,
definitely want to go
NBC.
CBS,
Okay,
NBC,
okay.
ABC, yeah.
And-
But now everybody's doing these behind the scenes mergers. So there's going to be a lot more content is going to be king by next year. It's going to blow up.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
So in this 14 shows that you're pitching right
Right.
now, is mine like at the top?
Yes.
It better be.
Because one of your character, he's amazing.
He's great.
Randy is
Randy's amazing.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love him.
I think we'll sell it.
I want to watch it.
You
know what
wanna
I mean?
watch it.
I want to watch it.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Because then that means that you're inspired
It
and
skews towards me.
motivated. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's something I'm passionate about as well. And it's art.
Yeah.
And he's creative.
And he likes
And
the
he
women.
keeps all right, we're a little bit alike. But
I was gonna say.
we're a little bit alike. All right.
All right. let's go there since you went there.
Right.
You're single?
Yes.
You are single?
Yeah, I'm single.
Fully?
I'm fully single.
Because last time we talked, you were talking to a couple girls.
I was getting out of a relationship for about 2 years.
Okay.
And then, I was content.
Okay.
And then, I was reading this book, 7 Signs of Relationships. And some of the stuff I was learning in there, it just gave me the balls to the cojones. Stand up.
Right.
And why are you in this? You should be traveling. You should be in love. You should be passionate. You should be this and that. And I think I was more sticking around as comfort, trauma, just different wrong reasons.
Codependencies.
Right? The woman was awesome. You know what I mean? But it wasn't that fire. But I was keeping, one of the things I realized I was keeping her from it. It wasn't about me. I'm okay being content.
Good for you for noticing.
Grab a beer, sit and chill.
Yeah.
What about her?
Right.
You know what I mean? I want her to have that. I cared about her that much that I wanted her to be lit up by somebody else.
Look
it
at
wasn't
that empathy,
me.
though. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
So what are your top 5 things you look for in a woman?
Woo! I mean, first of all, God, her relationship, right?
Faith.
Because that's going to tell me how our conversations are going to go. Because we're not always going to be on the same page, but when we need to go to the judge, jury, right?
Yeah.
Kind of falls in line a little bit. A little help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In that sense, right?
That's number 1.
Got to be a good speaker.
Okay.
Communication, right? Be able to let it out. I'm big on boundaries. I'm big on circling the seed. If you and I together, we have this circle now. Be careful of what seeds we bring into our circle.
That's so
and we
good.
protect it. Even
I gotta be more like
lies,
that, I feel like.
Even anything we can plant it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna grow.
Wow,
right?
that's
I'm gonna
good.
protect that for both of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even some bad stuff from the past.
Yeah.
I gotta uproot it. I can't come in. I'm bringing my whole self into the circle.
Yeah.
If I have some bad seed I'm already bringing it, I gotta uproot it with you. I gotta tell you about it.
See, I believe in
what I mean?
that 100%.
Yeah.
For me, if a guy hasn't had therapy and hasn't worked through, unpacked some of his stuff, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't got time
It's
for
been
that.
tough for African American men. I have to say that for
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
We don't normally do therapy.
And Hispanics either, by the way.
We don't.
No, it's a cultural thing.
This is very new for me that I've been going through this journey. It's been tough.
It's been
It's very tough, but I'm excited. There's a lot more, men diverse that are diving to this, and it's going to help change the landscape
I agree.
of the entire world.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed.
So that's 3.
Yeah. Woo!
4 more.
Fitness
2 more.
cares about herself as
Okay.
well,
Good shape.
And then I have to say, right now, where I'm at in this position, she's got to have kids.
She's got to have
She's got to have kids.
Okay,
She's
I
gotta
like
have
that.
kids. Got to have.
Yeah.
Have been through that journey.
Yeah.
Got to have kids. It's cool if they don't have them. I mean, want anymore in that sense. But
That's so good. I feel like
have-
you've grown a lot.
oh wow.
I feel like you've evolved.
Right.
It's actually cool to listen to you right now.
I used to be
You were
different.
such a player.
I was into myself. I was player, this, that.
Yeah. So let's talk about when we first met.
All right, let me break that out. Can
Break
I
it
tell that
down.
story?
Take
All right,
it.
so-
Break it down.
So we went to In His Presence Church.
Yes.
And we had sort of the same group.
Yeah.
We got to tell this to the camera, right?
Yeah.
What do I talk to personally? And then remember, we had the same group of friends, and I had my eyes set on the prize, and I was just like, man, she's not giving me the attention that I want. This, that, right?
Like all the other women.
In that sense, not paying that attention, but I think I didn't go along. I always tell myself I didn't court long enough. It was just talk. It's talk. I didn't really put on the courtship. You know what I mean? In that kind of sense. But then there was a time where I was just like on fire for God, and I was like, I saw it, and people were like, I was like, I'm going to church tonight. I had a vision. My woman's going to be sitting next to me. And they're like, whatever. I was like, man, for real, I'm telling you. Packed house, Joyce Meyer's in the house. And I'm just like sitting there. I'm looking at this empty seat for a little bit. Guess who strolls in late? Comes down the aisle smiling. Hi. I'm like, woo! And you're like, what? I'm like, sitting there. Thank God, right? Man, it was amazing. And then once the same group was out at Jerry Swingers Deli, and I was telling them that I had these visions. I kept having these visions and this and that. I was like, sad. I was like, you don't believe my God. My God would have her walk through this door right now. And they were like, just laughing.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there kind of like, man, I was like, 10 minutes later, guess who strolls in?
No, I didn't.
Hi, guys.
Really?
And I was just like, and everybody's sitting at the table like,
Oh my gosh.
with their mouth closed. I was telling you, I missed the mark.
You missed the mark.
I missed the mark. And
You missed the prize.
I missed the mark. I missed the mark. And that was like, I could have been in that position, but I missed the mark. And I wasn't patient, kind of thing. So.
Wow.
Woo, what a story.
What do you think about that, producer Andy? What a story.
I missed the mark.
And here we are. Single.
Yeah, I'm back again. And
back
I'm
again.
back in this
so is there anything
mode.
you want to ask me? No, I'm kidding.
I didn't bring the ring, guys.
Are you getting on your knees? Like, what's happening today? I just need to know. I need to prepare. I need to pick the dress out. You know, I got to like figure this thing out.
Okay.
But so what are your most important or most exciting projects that you're working on right now, besides mine, of course?
The most exciting one is one I pitched to OWN.
Okay.
Which was with Lee Merritt's,
Okay.
civil rights attorney.
Love him.
You know, for George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. You know, we want to get this message out, you know, and just following him in the lifestyle and everything that he does. It's a docu-follow.
Those are great. I love those.
He is, I mean, it's shocking, you know what I mean? But it's something that it needs to be brought to light. You know what I mean, in that sense. So that's probably one of the most passionate as well.
And that one you're
Besides
pitching?
Randy.
Besides Randy Ladham Carson.
I'm pitching that one to OWN and A&E.
Okay.
So we need to get those out, and then hopefully, you know, OWN quickly makes a decision. They haven't passed on it. They're reviewing it in and out, and something like that. That project, what I'm passionate about, it also gives us access to the families. It's not for us to just strictly monetize them and try to make cash off them, right? It's like we want their stories. Let's monetize everything that Lee has in front of him. What does Lee bring to the table?
Right.
Right? He brings us access. Right? People want to hear these stories of these families and what they went through, what they're going through. What's their journey, right? So that's one of my most passionate ones.
Okay.
And I'm proud about that. It helps me sleep at night.
I think that's a good one. You know what? I watched the trailer because you sent it to me,
Yeah.
and I thought it was spectacular.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that they don't take it
Ugh.
because it is a really great show.
Be perfect
So
for it.
as we kind of wind down, I like to ask this to all my guests: if money was not an object at all, like you had all the money in the world,
Okay.
and you had all the support that you needed to do the one thing you've always wanted to do, what would that be?
I would be doing what I'm doing now, but I would have probably just simply created a network.
So you would start a network.
Start a network and just have people bring me projects on a larger scale. And that's it. Hire like-minded people like yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, do it quicker.
Do it quicker.
In that sense. And also have like, you know, I want to say educational, school, stuff like that. You know, really train those that are in film school, from elementary on up to like, hey, this is, you know, something, media is huge. You know, it's from propaganda to entertainment. You know what I mean? So we really have to take care of it. And we
I
really
like
have
that.
to watch that.
Yeah, I like that answer though. I think that
Network.
and I think that you would be great at doing that because you've been in the business for so long. You've learned so much. You've learned from your mistakes.
Yes.
You've grown. You're
Right.
like emotionally and mentally, I feel like you're so much more mature.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think she's ready.
Yeah. I mean, my
Might
size
took
is
a while.
size 5. Okay. So, and I wanted to ask you about the artists that you're developing. How do you find your artists that you choose to develop in the music world?
You know, people hit me up. You know, I mean, they're already have the chops. You know, I've kind of gotten my name a little bit when I was working at American Idols. You know, so working that whole platform is you know, it taught me a lot.
Right.
How to monetize the artist. The whole, you know, business is about monetizing artists.
Right.
American Idol is just the marketing arm of it.
And you were there for a couple years behind the scenes of American Idol, right?
Yeah, it was pretty tough, but you know, I got to really see what it's like behind the business.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now I'm friends with, you know, CEOs, you know, Universal, Bungalow, you know, and really know what this is about behind the scenes as well. Every now and then I'll, you know, do some stuff, make some music. You know, a couple of years ago, I did the New Kids on the Block.
I know.
Project, you know?
Talk about that really quickly, because that's a big deal.
It was just fun. You know, it was just like, all right, I'll do something.
Yeah.
You know, it was.
So what did you actually do?
Produced a song and wrote it, and then produced another song and wrote it as well. And that's, you know.
Is it out there?
got it
Can
on the
people
album.
download it?
Yeah, it's called Heartbeat.
Heartbeat.
You know,
Ooh, I like
and Heartbeat
it.
was about something, you know, came from the heart about my kids.
Oh,
you know,
I love that.
and there's an actual heart beating in the song as well.
Okay.
It's fun.
All right. We're going to do a quick life bite. If Angie, if you don't mind, I think it's in my bag. It's the little life bites. And so you're gonna pull a question from the life bites, and then you have to answer it no matter what it is.
Oh, I gotta answer it.
You have to answer it.
Oh boy.
So.
Plead
All
the
right.
fifth.
So pick a question.
Plead the fifth.
Any question.
Which one should I pick?
Any.
Oh.
All right, let's see what it is.
It's bitten.
It's bitten. Bob throws books at his assistants when he is really mad about something. They tolerate it. What do you tolerate?
You know, I'm known for people taking advantage of me and my abilities because I want to see people succeed. And sometimes I know that people don't see my worth because they sometimes know I'll do it, but they see the worth that I can get this done on a dime with Kelvin because it's the creative part for me. It's not about the money.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's me getting to use these tools and this brain. Like, hey, there's sometimes where I just have to do a project.
Right.
I don't really care. I need something.
You need something.
I need
Keep
something.
it going. We're very similar in that way.
Bring it. I don't care how
By
much.
the
Let me
way.
do it. You know what I
Right.
mean? I want a challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then I think that part is
part.
tolerating that it happens with a group of,
Yeah.
the same 5 or 6 people kind of thing. It's like, I tolerate it.
Because you teach people how to treat you.
I can
Remember
cut that off anytime.
You can cut that off, right?
But, now it's kind of like, I'm
Yeah.
busy a little bit.
We're
All
done.
right, bring your stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring it.
It's on your terms instead of theirs.
Yes, exactly. But also I get to oversee some of the things that keep an eye on them.
Right.
I want to see them grow as well.
Okay, good.
so.
So how can people find you? Talk to your audience.
Hello, audience. Instagram, LinkedIn would be great as well. More
Under what
professional
name?
thing for me. Kelvin Parker, Kelvin, Parker, Parker.
Perfect.
So yeah, find me there. Clubhouse. as well. I do a Clubhouse.
Sure. And that's how we didn't meet on Clubhouse, but I told him about Clubhouse.
You got me.
Do you like Clubhouse? Do you like it?
I do like it.
You like it?
You have to put some time into
Yeah.
there. Right.
I'm on there every day.
I'm gonna try to start the Pitch Reality Club.
Do it.
And you're gonna have to.
I'll come support you.
You're gonna have to really.
I got some
support me.
followers on there. A few
You have to push me through that.
followers.
But I want to take them through the whole process.
Perfect.
It's not as scary as it really is. Just dive in.
Let's dive in.
You know what I mean? There's something around everybody.
Yeah.
A story. Everybody has a story.
Everybody has a story.
Let's bring it. If it's not yours, go find it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Well, thank you for being here.
I appreciate it.
You're amazing. Don't go anywhere. Don't go
Hold on,
anywhere. We're going to
here.
hang out after this.
It's been a pleasure.
And
Definitely.
thank you all for watching. Make sure that you follow and subscribe on YouTube as well under Sally Colón. And I thank you all for being here. Make sure to check out the carousel below. And we will see you next time on Welcome to My Clubhouse. Bye.